Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Tametsi. We're gonna dive in here to puzzle number 81, Misdirection. Oh, here was my chance to say, I could even go back and redo the intro, but I'm not going to. I could have said, alright guys, today we're gonna do number 80, wrong game. Gotcha, it was Misdirection, we're doing number 81. Alright. Anyway, we got this 0, that's a good start. I haven't had a puzzle shaped like this for a while. Oh, there's 0 A's as well. Wow. We're getting a lot of spaces to start with. And only 1 B? That's quite a surprise. I mean, there's still plenty to do, don't get me wrong. Let's start with this 2, I guess. I'm so stupid. You can't do that. Alright, let's try again. It looked like it only had 2 neighbors. I don't know. I really am not very good at this shape of puzzles. I need to hold control all the time, and even if I do the wrong stuff. I was just like, yeah, look, it's just these 2. But no, could be this one. This 4 next to a 1? I don't know. It still has like 4 other neighbors. So we can say 3 of these 4 at most. At least, I mean. But it could be all of them. This is the kind of puzzle where a guess would be quite likely to succeed. But, oh, here we go. Obviously, we shouldn't just start guessing. I'm just, like, tempted. Oh, look at this. What are the chances we'd hit a mine, right? Anyway, but no, this 5 is where we're meant to go. It has 6 neighbors currently, 3 on each side. And it can only have 1 down here. So the other 4 must be these. And now we have 1 of these, therefore not these. And that's a 0. This is a 1, that's lovely. We can go this way. Oh, and we got this column. What about it, though? Oh, no, this 4 has 6 neighbors. Yeah, so does this one. Seems like this 2 ought to carry something over to this 4, shouldn't it? We have at least one of these 2 for this 2, which means at most one of these 2. It means this 4 needs 3 of the outstanding 4 spaces at least. That's not very instructive, actually. It does mean there's at least one of these 2. Therefore, at most 3 of these 4. But that's sort of where we run out of gas, steam, whatever on that one. This 2, I don't know. We have, okay. No, we don't. I was going to say we have at least one of these 2 from this 2 because it only has 1 over here, but no, it has space for 2 over there. And holding control in paint mode doesn't actually bring up anything, which is kind of annoying. I guess I can hold shift and control to see both of these at once. Kind of sucks. And I can't draw. Misdirection. Is the title some sort of clue? That's the sign of a truly desperate man. I want this 2 column to do something. Well, maybe I'm supposed to start here and bounce back and forth for a bit, actually. We do, in fact, have 2 of these 3, which means at least one of these, which means at most one of these, which means at least one of these, which means at most one of these. Doesn't really... Oh, but that touches this 4, doesn't it? So it has at least 3 of this area? Yes. Yes. At least 3 of these 4, and 2 of them are touching this 1. So these are both mines. 1 of these is a mine, and the remainder of this 1's neighbors are safe. Oof. That was a sneaky one. How many neighbors does this 5 have, anyway? 5, right? Yeah. Well, they all must be mines. And this 1 only has 1 more neighbor, so that's a mine. I think we can do something that ripples all the way back to this 2. This 1, here, let's get out the pencil again. There's exactly 1 here, right? Which means exactly 1 in these spaces. And in particular, at least 1 here. Which means at most 1 here? No, that doesn't help. We just get at least 1 here, which we already knew. We don't get both. I was thinking there would be exactly 1 in this space, but that's not true. The second one for this 2 might be over here. Okay. Ah, but this 2 next to this 1 is simple now. There can be at most 1 of these 2. So this is a mine to satisfy the 2, and since we have 1 here, this is not a mine and this is. Okay, that's all true, but the pencil marks make it look very confusing to me, so let me just try that again. Yes, 1 here and 1 of these 2. That's a mine. 1 of these 2 means not here. And that means yes here. Now, no, I still don't have exactly 1 of these 2. Oh, this 3. It's next to 4 spaces, but 2 of them are next to this 1. So only 1 of these 2 can be a mine, which means these both are. And since 1 of these is a mine, this 1's other neighbors are all safe. This 1 says the mine was here after all. This 1 and this 1 both put a mine here. We have a 0. This 1 goes there. A 0 row! We're allowed into a new part of the puzzle. This 2 next to 1 means there's a mine here and not here, and we get this row. This is a 0. This 2 is done. We'll need total mine count to get this. 1 puts a mine there. There's a bunch of stuff going on here still, but I feel like I can still do something up here, can't I? I don't know. I don't think it's actually any better than it was. Yeah. I think I need to work on these rows now. And since we have this area here is acting a lot like a square grid because the kind of weird large octagons are already non-mines. And so these are kind of like a row next to this row in a square grid, I think. Except there's these there's a couple of them that do cause some issues. All right, what can I do though? I know at most one, well, exactly one of this whole area, which means at most one of these. Therefore, at least two here, which means at least one here, which means at most one here, and at least one here. At most one of all this means that there's at least one touching this too, right? So we can say this is a mine. And now we can take that same information backwards, I think, but with a little more strength. So there's exactly one of these two, which means exactly one of these two, which in particular means at most, or these three rather, which means at most one of these, which means at least one of these, which means at most one of these. And now, since we also have at most one of these, this 3 has to be finished by a mine here, which gives us the B's and the row. I was nervous, I gotta say. I thought I might have done something wrong there. Okay, this is a 1 with just one neighbor. 0 is easy. I guess having gotten this B should be important somehow. Let's clear this out and try again. We have 1 here, which means 1 here, which means 1 here, which means 1 here. Well, we knew that. We have at most 1 here, which means at least one of these two, but maybe more. Huh. It's not so helpful. Is there... like, it's kind of suspicious how long this kind of chain of unresolved things is in a column with exactly 1. Like, can we somehow draw a line from here to here and prove which one of them it is? It's going to be a long walk, right? But we know there's one of these. I don't know. One of these, one of these. We already did all this. That doesn't go anywhere. One of all this means at most one of these two, which means at least one of these two, which means at most one of these two? I don't think that really does anything. We do have something over here, I suppose. No, we don't. Yes, we do. I'm not sure how good it is, but we do have something. Right? This 2 has 2 mines, so at least one of them is touching this 2. Which means there's at most one of all of these. Yes. And therefore, this 3, in order to get all its 3 mines, needs mines here and here. And we can take this information backwards again. Now we know there's exactly one here, which means exactly one of all this. And we know it's touching this too. So not here or here, and definitely here. One puts mine there. This one needs a mine here. This one only has one neighbor left, so that's the mine. This is a mine. This is a 0. That's a 0. Just keep chasing those zeros. Okay. Is this area workable? Yeah, these 2 1s are each contributing a mine to the 2, so this can't be a mine. And we resolve the area. Great. This 1 needs a mine. It goes here. By the way, I still hate this shape of puzzle. Not just because it's confusing to see what the neighbors are, but because these squares are so small, I can't easily tell whether I've marked them as mines. I have to get kind of uncomfortably close. Anyway, we've got some zeros to work with. This 1 puts a mine there. Yeah, this all goes pretty far. This 2 has 2 neighbors. These zeros are done. 1 next to 2 says there's a mine here. One of these, and we need total mine count to resolve both of these now. This 0 goes there. 1 needs a mine there. Now this is a 0. Mine, 0. It's a very lovely alternating pattern. And finally, this column gives us a mine here. These 2 1s are now resolved because they're sharing these spaces, but not this one. This is a 0. That helps a lot. Oh, you need total mine count to be very important here. These all must not be mines. We'll find out, I'm sure, because there's no way we could prove they're all mines. There's only 5 left, right? So there, not there. One of these, therefore, here. And there are 3 mines left. They must be adjacent to our 1s, right? As predicted. Everything that is not currently touching a mine is safe. Touching a number, that is. All right, solved misdirection in one go. With a couple of... I'm not sure what exactly was like the theme here. We ended up drawing a couple of like very large at most 1-ofs was the main thing, I guess. Because some of these spaces have 8 neighbors, you can draw very large at most 1-ofs. Anyway, that's all for today. You weren't misdirected. That really was the puzzle we were going to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.